Okay.
Let's do it to it.
Trouble in Paradise. Okay.
Not bad.
Whew.
Not bad.
Yeah. Paradise is, of course, left-leaning YouTube and TikTok.
Is that Paradise?
Doesn't it? Can't you feel it?
No.
Doesn't it feel like Paradise?
Not at all.
No.
It seems like it's mostly full of depression and whining.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess it doesn't feel like Paradise to us because we're not part of this cabal that was exposed this week.
Oh.
Damn,
So there was
I've always wanted to be part of a cabal, dude. If there's any good cabals out there recruiting, hit me up.
Well, come by the synagogue. Anyway, different cabal.
You're thinking of Kabbalah.
All right, there's an article in Wired.
A dark money group is secretly funding high-profile Democratic influencers.
There was also a YouTube video accompanying it by Taylor Lorenz. And yeah, she was pissed. The gist of it is that there's somebody who's paying Democratic influencers about $8,000 a month.
Clearly not us.
Not us.
We can't even afford to buy access to the article where they're talking about it.
I mean, yeah, exactly. No, but I watched the YouTube video. Oh, please. Anyway, yeah, so dark money. That's the political spending by nonprofit orgs that don't disclose the identity of their donors. So it's somebody with boatloads of money because they're paying like $100K per year to like dozens of these left-leaning influencers. So yeah, some anonymous rich guy or gal, or several of them, are paying off Democratic influencers. It's shocking, not?
I mean, it's shocking that we didn't get paid.
That, yeah. Also, maybe not that shocking. Yeah, but this, right. I found this very unsurprising, but there was a nice little, a shitstorm online. I don't know if you guys got to witness any of this, or maybe this is just for people like myself who are in the left-wing YouTube echo chamber. David Pakman, a well-known left-leaning YouTuber, formerly had his radio show. He'd been doing it for a long time. Was one of the people named in the article, one of the people being paid. He says he described it as a mentorship group. He said it's like really important that the left is organized in this way, just like the right is and has been for some time. He says it doesn't at all affect what he says. There's no agreement that he's going to toe the party line or anything like that.
David Pac-Man went on to say, waka 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 home. And then he ate all the blue ghosts because he got the big dot.
Yes. Exactly. Several people further to the left chimed in. I saw a short with Hassan Piker, who the New York Times has described as a progressive mind and a MAGA body. In this short that I saw, he was very disappointed that his...
That isn't, by the way, as a progressive, that is incredibly condescending.
What does that even
He's
mean,
in good
dude?
shape, ergo he has a MAGA body?
I think, after the election, all, the New York Times and any left-leaning media elite was just, grasping for straws about, what is wrong with the Democrats? Maybe we need to, talk about working out. And we live stream. Oh, look at this Hassan Piker guy. He's got tons of views. And people think he's hot. He needs, manly. He talks about working out. Anyway, it's a pretty funny and lame New York Times piece. And he's the, he has a lot of viewers, I guess.
For reference, this is the MAGA body in question.
Wait, I can't see it.
I mean, I guess he works out.
Yep. I don't know if that's like the median MAGA body. If so, then I'm completely wrong about RFK.
I think maybe what they're getting at is what do they call it? The manosphere. They call it the manosphere. We're men, right? We're rotund, so we're the manosphere. Or I guess in the manosphere, they have a lot of videos about how to get chicks and how to be super successful and how to get jacked. And I
Not
guess
like me. I put the sphere in manosphere.
right, yes, right. And then they have their also in the manosphere they have their super idiotic, ill-considered takes on politics, like Trump's like you and me, or inane nonsense by people who don't know what they're talking about.
like women shouldn't be able to vote, like that sort of thing.
They only go for the chads. We gotta make 6 figures and be 6 feet tall. Otherwise, your life is hopeless.
You gotta drink raw milk and eat raw meat.
And
And
buy
the Alex
mushroom
Jones supplement,
powder.
dude. What is it called again? What is the Alex Jones supplement called again?
Brain force.
Brain Force. Yeah, that's what you need.
Sounds good. Brain force. Yeah. So anyway, Hassan Piker, one of these, I guess he was left off the list and was not getting paid $8K a month by these guys. And so he's highly critical. He's very disappointed. How could he? He had some affinity to some of these influencers, but he's very disappointed and feels like this undermines their legitimacy.
Doesn't he make all his money from Jeffrey Bezos?
Does he? Wait, how does he do that?
Twitch. It's owned by Amazon.
I mean, that's not exactly making all of your money from Bezos. Like, he's making his money with Bezos. Like, some of that money goes to Bezos and some of that money goes to him.
Right. We're going to get into that, guys.
I'm not exactly surprised that Hassan Piker got in on the drama because he is a live streamer and he makes his entire fortune off of commenting on all the things that come up in the community. So,
exactly.
Fortune, well, whatever. He makes his money.
Yes. Anyway, so lots of other people had lots of comments. They had lots of opinions. They were all mostly pretty dumb. Where was Info Hazard? Sadly, not getting paid $8K a month to make our show.
Also, commenting on it later because of our production schedule.
Yes, and commenting.
You're listening to it now. Where were we? Right here.
We're just in the second wave of drama, dude. The reactions to the reactions.
That's right. We're
who reacts to the reactors?
Us.
Yeah, I don't know. I found this all very stupid, and it just made me think of some realities about the information ecosystem that we're in and the political discourse that we have to consume, or that is fed to us, and how like none of us should be surprised or disappointed by this news at all. Here are some what comes to mind to me are Noah Chomsky's 5 filters, which I filter down to only the 3 that I like.
Hell yeah, dude.
This is you think of it like a filter, like a coffee filter, right? The coffee goes through, but the grounds don't. What you get to consume from the media is like that. You don't get the grounds, you don't get the truth. You just get what the filters let through. And so Chomsky lists a few different filters, and I like 3 of them. So here's one. What is profitable to the owners of the media platforms that you are using? If you're getting your news on TV and on YouTube and on Twitter, then you're not getting stuff that doesn't make money for the owners of those platforms. And I think that's like something that we struggle with on this channel because, we're trying to say things that are interesting, and we're trying to learn together and with our teeny tiny audience. And a lot of that stuff is not what makes YouTube money. What makes YouTube money are short poop jokes. And so we're also doing that. We're diversifying.
Sundar loves those poop jokes, dude.
What was that?
I said Sundar loves those poop jokes. Is he still in charge of Google, Sundar Pichai?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, he does love the poop jokes. Another filter is what is acceptable to advertisers. Of course, this relates to what would be profitable to the owners of the media platforms, but basically those media platforms are themselves constrained by what their advertisers will tolerate, because if you're advertising on a platform, you're not going to want your brand sitting next to it. Maybe Nazi propaganda would be really profitable, but you wouldn't advertise on X if your brand is going to be put next to Nazi propaganda. And then a third one that I think is just like super obvious whenever I see this. The filter is access to power. Whenever you see some interviewer interviewing some powerful person, you got to realize that the powerful person had to agree to that interview, right? And they're not going to agree to an interview with people who they don't want to interview them. And so, people who are going to be really critical of them, people who are going to ask them tough questions and make them look bad. So, that's, if you want to see, so you can't get both of those things together. They don't pass through the filter. You can't get good criticism and interviews with powerful people because powerful people have no interest in that.
That's why Trump went on Joe Rogan and not our show, dude.
Presumably that's why Kamala didn't go on Joe Rogan also, right? Because she didn't want to, look bad. And
she didn't feel like winning the election.
These are just sort of like kind of obvious true things about the media ecosystem. So it's just like, yeah, people in order to produce like news and to get access to, what's the guy, Brian Tyler Cohen, another one of these left-wing influencers. She's like Democrats all across the country announce their campaigns on his YouTube show. It's like, yeah, he's got connections. He's not just like a good YouTuber. Like, anyway, blows my mind that this would be surprising to anyone, that these people are, backed by powerful interests.
Right now, it's like the relationship is sort of one-sided, right? Like the backers support these people and they push out the message. What actually goes on is there's like a relationship between the parties, right? Like the politicians want to go on the show because they want access to the audience, and the show wants access to the politician because they're going to bring in that audience as well. So there's like they want each other, so they can both get out to a large audience.
That's true. And like the mystery backers, they back these people like because these people are saying things that they like, and because they want some whatever influence they can get over these people because they have the large audience. And yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's a hell of a lot easier to get like Alex Jones to shill your colloidal silver than it would be to get like us to sell your brain force or whatever. Like that, these dark money groups don't just pick their media mouthpieces randomly. They're looking for people who have sort of similar ideals already, and they're giving them money to kind of boost their output.
Right, exactly. And so, like, when David Pakman was defending himself, he said something along the lines of, this doesn't influence what I say at all. Like, they're not paying me to toe the party line. And, like, yeah, I basically believe
That's not true.
I believe it partly. It's like that he basically is already inclined to toe the party line, and that's part of why they're paying him. And if he stops towing the party line, they don't need to explicitly tell him that if you turn all MAGA, we'll stop paying you. If he turns MAGA, they'll stop paying him. They didn't have to tell him that. You don't need a threat. There's just alignment that's already there.
Then again, you do have people who pick a message so they can get that funding, like your Candace Owens of the world, who like go out and seek out the side on the political spectrum who's going to give them more money and then like totally change their beliefs to fit in with that side.
Yeah, I've seen this. I've seen this a couple times. I forgot. I wasn't familiar with Candace Owens before she flipped, but I do remember seeing someone who just totally switched like politics at some point. And it's like what am I witnessing here? And like, they were being paid.
This was back in like the before the manosphere. It's like the alt-right. Well, this is one of the alt-right guys who like went right and cured his gayness. Who's this guy?
Is this Milo?
Yeah, Milo Yiannopoulos. Yeah, that's a guy who flips sides for money.
So yeah, people, be aware of this. This should not be surprising. This is where we are. The news we get is biased. Like every individual reporter has their ideological bent and they have their financial interests. They're under threat from various things, so they can't act in certain ways. You're not getting the pure truth from your favorite TikToker. Like, please grow up. The only place you can get the truth is InfoHazard. It's everyone's individual responsibility, to make the right political decisions. In the U.S., we still have the freedom to get the information you need to do it right. So don't be a dumbass. That's my advice.